What is up, YouTube? Lieutenant Nixon here, bringing you my Clash of Clans educational series. This is episode 2, Loot Guide, part 2. This is a surprise part 2 to my loot guide. The surprise being Supercell updated the penalties and bonuses from my last video. If you haven't seen my last video, check it out. There's a link at the end. It is still accurate up until 1 minute and 30 seconds. So getting into the changes. If the town hall level you are attacking is the same level as you get 100% of the loot. If they're one level below, you only get 90% of the loot now. That used to be 100% before the update. If they are one town level above you get 110%, so that went up from 100. If they are 2 levels below you, you still get 50%. 3 levels below you get 25%. 4 plus stayed at 5%. If they are 2 levels above you, though, the bonus went from 125 up to 150. And if they are 3 levels above you, you get 200% of the loot as a bonus. This brought about some changes to my fun facts. All of the maximum loot from the collectors and storages stayed the same at 649,000 per all the gold and all the elixir, with the maximum being, gold and elixir at 1.298 million in loot. The maximum possible loot, which is highly unlikely that it's going to happen at Town Hall 6, attacking just no walls Town Hall 9, goes up to 2.594 million in loot. That's pretty cool. I just want to give a shout out to some of the guys on the forums that found this data out from the game files. It was actually from Dahimi. He found the multiplier data, the new bonuses and penalties. zackUVA from the forums, who has a great loot guide that I'm going to have linked down in the description that you can check out. He's always going to update this stuff and have any of the new updates added in, as well as Tim the Enchanter. He has a nice stockulator, which you can actually go on. There will be a link to it within zackUVA's loot guide. This stockulator will actually allow you to figure out how much loot is in any of the revenge attacks that you do before you actually go in to attack them. So you can plug in all the different resources, all the different storages, and all the collectors, and it will tell you what your bonus is going to be. Pretty cool. For Dark Elixir, there's actually a cap now of 2000k Dark Elixir that you can get from each storage, and the cap from the drill is actually the capacity of the drill. So however much it can hold, you can get 75% of that loot. New fun facts, the maximum loot you can get is 4,400 Dark Elixir, and the maximum of a level Town Hall 7 who just got their storage attacking an underdefended Town Hall 9 is actually 6,600 in Dark Elixir. If you're still at Town Hall level 5, your bonuses went up. So if you attack a Town Hall 6, you get 110% of the loot. That went up from 100%. If you're attacking a Town Hall 7, you get 150%. Went up from 125%, and then any Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9 went up to 200%, which used to be at the 150 mark. So you are in a prime spot to get a ton of loot if you have maxed out troops. If you are currently at Town Hall level 6, you will only get 90% from any Town Hall 5s that you attack anymore. You'll get 110% for any Town Hall 7s that you go up against. You'll get 150% from any Town Hall 8s and 200% from any Town Hall 9s. Now, from a Town Hall 7 perspective, you actually get a 10% bonus when you attack any Town Hall 8s. That used to be 100% of the loot. And when you attack any Town Hall 9, you get a 50% bonus of the loot. That used to be 100, or at 125, a 25% bonus pre-update. So all the more reason to stay at Town Hall 7 as long as you can, gathering resources, building up your walls, building up your defenses, everything you can, because you get the most from any underdefended Town Hall 9s right now with the boost of 50% bonus. That's huge. That gets me excited. So almost mad that I made the jump to Town Hall 8 now, but I was pretty maxed out, so I made it to the point where I kind of had to jump to Town Hall 8. All is not completely sad for us Town Hall 8s. We do lose 10% on any Town Hall 7s from our old bonus, or, new penalty. Now we only get 90% from any Town Hall 7s, but if we attack Town Hall 9s and go up in a few cup ranges, then we can actually get a 10% bonus from any Town Hall 9s. This actually pissed off quite a few of the Town Hall 9 folks on the forums. That's all the more reason to stay at Town Hall 8 if you're here and you haven't built up your defenses yet. Stay here, get that 10% bonus from any Town Hall 9s that you attack in raids, and build up all your walls and everything else. And finally, for Town Hall 9, the only thing that changed, you only get 90% of loot from any Town Hall 8s that you attack now. So you lost 10% of that. Everything else stayed the same. So pretty much the name of the game for Town Hall 9 is attack the same level as you when you go out raiding and farming so that you can get the most loot possible. I think one of the reasons that Supercell may have done this is because Town Hall 9s have 2 Dark Elixir drills. They have more Dark Elixir that they can pump into troops to attack. I guess if you're Town Hall 9, I mean, you could attack lower levels with those OP Dark Elixir troops, but keep in mind that you're going to be losing more. You're going to be losing 10% on any Town Hall 8s. That's pretty much going to wrap up my update to the loot guide. I put a lot of time into it, so if you can, make sure to like. And I think it was important to go over the new changes to the loot before I moved on in the educational series, just to give you guys the most up-to-date information. I want to give you guys all those changes in a timely manner so that you are best prepared to go out there and raid. So be looking forward to my educational series this week. I'm actually hoping to put out 2 more episodes, and I have a lot of good ideas that I'm going to put into play. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of these new changes to looting and the bonuses and penalties. If you haven't checked out my previous video, it's episode number 8 in my Let's Play series. It's all about my new base design, as well as an attack from some Dark Elixir troops on my base. And if you haven't seen the first episode to my educational series, it's up in the upper right under Most Popular, my complete guide to looting that is still accurate up till 1 minute and 30 seconds. Thanks you guys for watching, and please subscribe.